cannabis for adults, and that passed overwhelmingly. And by the way, let me say, I just now left Congresswoman Barbara Lee's reception is where I was at right before this, and she endorsed Measure Z. That's our Congresswoman who represents this district. Not only was the one to stand up against the other war, the George Bush blank check for global war, she's also one of the few to stand up against this war too. And this war costs billions too. And just like the people in this community have understood for years that the Iraq War was a wasteful and destructive and harmful thing, so too we understand that the war on cannabis is a wasteful, harmful, and destructive thing. And I'm very proud to be represented by a congresswoman who understands both of those two things. Yes. And so, what about this city council race? And what about Oakland? And we're going to have some people are going to pass around some envelopes and some stickers and some newspapers while I'm talking, and yes, you are going to get hit up, but don't worry, it won't hurt. Why does this matter? In Oakland right now, we have a law. We have a law that was passed by the voters, and whether or not that law gets implemented depends on the city council. We have an opportunity here to fundamentally change the way cannabis regulation is handled in America by taking one city and one state at a time and showing that it is possible. We can take steps in Oakland not only because of cannabis law reform, but because of an economic crisis and a crime crisis. We can build a united movement that understands not only that we need marijuana law reform for its own sake, but that when you have a serious crime crisis, you cannot afford to waste police on adult private cannabis offenses, and that's something that should be clear to everybody. And so we find ourselves in a situation where it's not just the cannabis reform movement that has a reason to care about this. This is also about truth, and it's also about democracy. And let's be clear, Prop 215 is the law. When the Bush administration sends armed thugs to attack licensed medical patients and licensed dispensaries, the Bush administration is the one breaking the law, not the patient. And we are on the side of the law. And when the federal government lies and says that cannabis is